Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Lands of Lore, but Throne of Chaos. And when last we left off, we had finished exploring the entire of the White Tower, and the results of our search was the Crucible of Faith, which contains within it the elixir that we will be using to cure King Richard. Unfortunately, we believe King Richard is currently in Castle Samaria, and I don't think the Dark Army is going to be giving up King Richard anytime soon. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go and see what Geron can do with this elixir. My guess is probably a big fat total of nothing, because Geron seems not to be able to be at all helpful in our efforts whatsoever. But hey, he is one of the people that's involved in this, and he does have one of the keys that we're going to need to unlock the shroud. So we're going to have to talk to him. While we're here, let's go sell off some of the various items that we have here. After all, Victor is just over here. Hello, Victor. We have things for you.
There is something you need?
Well, there's something we can give you, like this dwarvish helm.
You need for sale that? Okay, my friend. 8 crowns.
Well, not bad. What about this horseshoe?
You need for sale that? Okay, my friend. 5 crowns.
Not bad. Where is that saber? So it's been 8 and 5 crowns.
Fine work, except for rust spot. 65
So
crowns.
basically the monetary value of what we were giving up in the Face Your Greed challenge was 78 crowns. But the wand is priceless. As for the Great Axe Reaper,
Fine work, except for rust spot. 120 crowns.
we don't need it, but Victor wants it, so we shall give it to him. Also, what else can we get rid of while we're here? Ooh, Great Sword Trouble. We don't want to give that away. We do, however, want to give away this dwarvish chainmail.
You need for sale that? Okay, my friend. 65 crowns.
Not bad. Also, here is the Arbalest Redemption that we're going to hold on to, but there were a few other things, like this Arbalest.
Fine work, except for rust spot. 150 crowns.
There's actually someone who it might be better to sell this to, which would be the Fletcher. Is there anything else you want to sell? No, but there is something we might want to buy, and that is this.
Excellent weapon! 3,000 crowns.
It's very, very expensive, and we might be coming back for that in a little bit. In fact, no, let's buy it now. After all, we're not going to be using these crowns or anything in a little bit. It may be 3,000 crowns, but here is the jeweled dagger.
All right, you go now.
This is the other item that you could have got when you were in the Droracle's Caves. That is a comparison to basically how powerful this weapon is. It has 41, fair enough, and this has 42. So basically we're going to keep this as opposed to the Great Sword Trouble. The Great Sword Trouble is okay, but we don't really need it because we have the Great Sword Justice, and... ooh, actually... hang on, that's because we swapped this one out. Fair enough. What about this comparison? Yeah, the Great Sword Trouble is not as good as the Jeweled Dagger, so in fact we're just going to sell the Great Sword Trouble here, because we have this really expensive melee weapon, and it's really expensive.
There is something you need?
There is. I want to sell you this.
Fine work.
175 is fine.
All right, you go now.
We are holding on to those emerald blades, and I don't think Victor would take them off us, even if we could offer them to him. Basically, I don't think they have any sale value, which is good, and I don't want to feed them to any of the faces in the walls in the Gorka Swamps. On our way to the Wyvils Council, we're going to go talk to the Fletcher, because he might want the Arbalest. After all, he might give me a slightly better price. Not that I think that's really going to do me any favours, because I don't think we're going to be using these silver crowns anyway at this point. Where is that Arbalest? There is that Arbalest. Hello, sir.
Have you a need for my stock?
We will browse a bit again if you don't mind.
We don't need your stock. You might need ours.
I'll take that off your hands for 300 crowns.
That is why you want to sell weapons to a dedicated vendor. Victor wanted to give us 150 crowns. This man will give us 300 for the arbalist.
I'll take...
Excellent. We're already nearly back to 1,000. We don't actually need anything else from him. So in fact, with this guy, we've actually just sort of sold things to him rather than bought anything.
Good luck, and happy hunting, my friend.
Thank you very much, sir. It is time for us to go to the Rivals Council. I'm sure that this is going to go absolutely swimmingly, and nothing could possibly go wrong. Disclaimer, I think everything is possibly going to go wrong. Because the Rival Council, as we saw before, are not particularly well organized. And I just walked into a dead end. Well, what's the worst that could happen, eh? Let's find out.
Don't worry, there are some things more important than money. Well, do you have it?
We have the elixir.
Well, let me have it. I will apply it if the opportunity arises.
I am sorry, sir, but we intend to go apply it now. We cannot wait. And furthermore, we will need your keys so that we may unlock the protective shroud.
I am sorry also. I will only give up my key to Dawn. Perhaps you could bring her here. She is the only hope for Richard.
My, isn't he confident of our chances of success? Fortunately, we know where Dawn is.
Go retrieve Dawn, and do not bother me further.
Fair enough. As usual, you were very helpful.
War is only good for business if the bills get paid.
I think you're failing to see the true scope of what's happening, aka the Dark Army are literally on your doorstep.
Nobody has ever returned alive from the ruins, if that's what you're thinking.
The ruins?
Do not bother him. He does not speak your language anyway.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
Do not bother him. He does not speak your language anyway.
And that, but you most certainly will talk to us.
Even the Dark Army would not dare attack our stronghold.
I think you put way too much faith in your walls.
Make haste. I cannot do everything by myself.
Excuse me, Geron. You're doing nothing by yourself. You're basically sitting there and arguing with them while we go off and do absolutely everything. I do believe it is us who are going to save the lands and not you. Unless, Geron, you're more than willing to pick up a sword and come and help us. I mean, I'm sure we'd appreciate it. But I don't think you'll do that, will you? No. I don't think you will. One might think he may have an ulterior motive for doing everything that he does, but I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure that deep down, Geron has only the kingdom's interests at heart. Let us go and get Dawn, and not smash it.
Alas, you arrived too late. They have killed my driver.
We have the elixir. We only need 2 more keys and we can save King Richard.
I'll get Nathaniel's key, and then meet you at Wyval. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. I will need my key.
Hello, Dawn. Isn't it odd to see you out here by yourself? We were just coming to, come and collect you, so that we could, go and, with you, to Geron, and get his key. This is the point where you needed to have paid attention to Dawn's appearance throughout the game, because if you have been paying attention, you will have noticed that her eyes are blue. This Dawn's eyes are not blue. There is something afoot here, and if you remember that Scotia is able to change forms, you may realize that there is something very wrong here. And giving the key over to this Dawn will not end well. And so, we shall debate this with you.
No. We've done all the work while you rested here. We'll get Nathaniel and Geron's keys ourselves and save you the trouble.
Fools! Enough of your insolence. I want that key.
Surprising no one, this is not Dawn. This is Scotia. And, also, this, fight is quite difficult because of the fact that, Scotia disarms you quite quickly. You also want heal spells prepared. You also want to re-equip your weapons quite quickly. Because, basically, Scotia, as you can see here, packs a punch. It's going to be a tricky fight. We could run away and rest, but we'll slug it out. Normally this is the point where I'd use one of the aces that I have, or use the ones that we just got from the White Tower. But I'm not going to do that. I instead am just going to use melee comp. Hello, Great Orc! I'm very glad that you cannot currently be involved in this fight. Also, we may need one of these basil cups in a little bit. I'm just going to put that here. Yep, we may need this basil cup. Fortunately, there we go. Victory has been achieved, and here is a Great Orc. How are you today? Did you feel like coming to help out Scotia? I'm afraid you're too late. In fact, you're so late that Scotia has gone, and you are very, very dead. That is not a good sign for the safety of Dawn. We should probably head over to where Dawn was very quickly. And fortunately, we're blocking off the access to the open wood by standing here, which means that these orcs cannot prevent our escape. We shouldn't need to, but we'll rest here just in case. We should go to the open wood very quickly. Very, very quickly. Also, we should prepare some fireballs, because we're going to be heading past all of those hornets again. Now, actually, the fastest route we want to go is actually this way, I believe. Through the Herbish Mines, very briefly, so really we want to be heading east a lot. Also, you can just hear those hornets. I don't think they respawn while you're not there, but it wouldn't surprise me if the game did something like that. We just want to quickly head through this area and not get attacked by... Spoke too soon! There's a hornet. Also, I believe that was the Great Maul Thunder there triggering its effect. I remember the Great Maul Thunder does indeed have an effect that triggers fairly regularly. I don't know what it does, but it's quite neat. Oh, hello. Fortunately, Geron is actually good enough with the crossbow to actually kill these pretty quickly. And Mikado is also pretty good at fighting. That fight at level 6, after all, pretty good. Right. Let's get out of here very quickly. Hello. How are you? We'll also be coming back this way later. For now, let's go through the...
mines do not look inviting.
They never do. Also, I believe this might have accidentally, frozen your animation. Yep, it's frozen your animation. Let's see if we can, reset that. No? No, would seem not. Not for now, anyway. Right. Let us go and basically go to where Dawn was. I believe we need to go... Yep, we need to go... Actually, I looked at the beggar there rather than where Droick's wagon was. It's sort of the same way. This is a place that we haven't been to for quite a while. Quite a while. We could... Oh, hello! It's a Bendrog! These are not really a challenge anymore. At all, in fact. That's nice to know. Hello. Excellent. North? No. This way, maybe? It doesn't seem right. No, it is right. We just need to head up and then east a little. There we go. Up and east. There we go. Excellent. Now we just need to head a little bit further along, and yep, when we get to a pass we go left, and we'll get to where Droick's wagon is. At least where Droick's wagon hopefully... Hello! Yeah, you guys aren't that much of a problem anymore. Not even slightly. We go left, and this is where Droick's wagon should be. Droick, we are here to see Dawn.
Where is Dawn?
Well, one thing's for sure. She's not here.
Come now, he appears to have passed away. Let him rest in peace.
Yep, Droick is dead.
Too bad. We could have used his wagon.
I'm pretty sure we have more important things to think about right now, Geron. Also, no horse. Also, that I believe has reset Kieran's animations on his portrait. Unfortunately, Scotia was actually telling the truth. They have indeed killed Droic. And they have taken Dawn. Where, we don't quite know, but we can take one guess. If you guessed Castle Samaria, you'd be right. Because why would they take Dawn anywhere else? It is, after all, the one place we cannot easily get to. Or so they think. Oh, hello. You are blocking our way. Well, minorly. Yeah, remember when these nearly killed us? Look at how little they actually hurt us now. That is a testament to basically how tough we have gotten. We are far tougher than we were before. Also, I didn't remember if the thing with Scotia occurred before or after you had gone to see Droic. And it turns out it's before. Does make it very ominous when you head that way. Hello. They still hurt. They just don't hurt as much, relatively. Through we go. We have no reason to actually stay in the Herbish Mines. We could rest here, though. There are no enemies. Well, no enemies in this part, anyway. And we now need to make our way back to, the Wyval Woods. And back to where all those great orcs are. And if we're doing that, we are taking the long route. Let's not take the long route. Hello. There we go. Goodbye. We have places to be, Hornets. And that place primarily is not here. We need to go to somewhere where the EXP is a lot easier to attain. Which in theory would mean we'd need to go back to the first part of Oppinwood and just shoot orcs with fireballs. But we're not going to do that. And also I've gone in a little circle there. Whoops. I think it's this way we want to go. Yep. There is one hornet impeding our path. Well, there was a hornet impeding our path. No longer. So we might as well go and tell Geron the bad news that Dawn has in fact been captured. And we're not going to be able to go and bring Dawn to him. Also, I've just realised, if you consider the map, this pretty much is where Wyval is, which is quite a nice touch. Like, it doesn't let you explore the area where Wyval is, effectively. I like that. Also, for no particular reason, I'm now going to go through my entire inventory and see if there's anything I want to sell. No particular reason why I'm doing that, of course, but I'm just doing it. Also, I'm going to make some room for some keys, because we probably will need to at some point. Also, we might as well put them there like that. Consumables can go basically after the potions, really, because that's the riddle scroll. That is the lightning scroll. We don't actually need the riddle scroll anymore. We can drop that. Where is the fireball scroll? There it is. We can put that next to this. And I don't know why we still have this pick. We don't really need the pick. We don't have that much inventory space, actually, but that's okay. We're not going to need that much more inventory space for a little while, because pretty much we are now looking at our inventory for the final time to decide if there's anything else we need to get rid of. No particular reason. No particular reason at all. Actually, there's one very good reason, and that might be because this is the game's point of no return for this selection of shops. If there's anything you want to buy now, best buy it. Because once you go and talk to Geron, you have no opportunity to use any of these stores ever again. Yes, that includes the pub. So, I don't think there's anything we want to get rid of. I don't think there's anything we specifically want to buy. I mean, after all, we've got the jewel dagger and we have nearly 1,000 crowns. As you can see there, you can really quite easily afford everything you need in this game. I mean, I managed to get a few lucky drops of items, I think. But, otherwise, we have a spare amount of money. A massively spare amount of money. And now, when we come back, folks, we shall go and give Geron the bad news. That we don't have Dawn with us so that we can get his key. We still have the elixir, we still have her key, and we still have Paulson's key, but we don't have Dawn. And we don't have Richard. And they're probably both in Castle Samaria, which we can't get to. And did I mention the Dark Army were right on our doorstep? This is not turning out to be a very good day for Wyvil, is it? But I'm sure things will get better, eh? Things always get better. You just have to look on the bright side of the situation. Okay, I'm trying to find the bright side. We have 2 of the keys, and the elixir. That's better than what we had before. There's the bright side. I'm sure it'll get better. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.